Morning, this is Alan Buchanan, and I provide location advice to owners and occupants of industrial buildings in Southern California. Otherwise, we wouldn't have. Alan Buchanan, Tuesday Traffic Tips.
Hey, today's tip is brought to you by the good folks at Client Look and also the good folks at Reonomy. Please make sure you schedule your free demonstrations today. Hey, today back to you from my front porch again, still quarantined at home. I wanted to follow up on last week's narrative about retrades, and I got to tell you that the response was overwhelming. I got some wonderful responses from all over the United States about how to deal with a retrade, and as you can appreciate, they varied from hey, what you're facing is nothing, all the way to, my goodness, you ought to be able to just simply walk away from that and not have that be an issue. The one thing that wasn't mentioned, which I want to mention, is the best way to avoid a retrade is to prepare for it. Just know that anyone buying a piece of commercial real estate is going to dig very deeply during their due diligence, and they're going to try to find something wrong. They're going to try to find a reason to come back and buy the property for cheaper. So how can you offset that? One way you can offset it is you can do some third parties in advance. In other words, have your HVAC units inspected, have the roof inspected, maybe even invest in a phase one environmental report. That way you'll know if there are latent issues which must be dealt with. Once you get the reports, get some bids and find out what you're dealing with so that you know more about your property than your buyer knows. You never want the opposite. You want your buyer to know more about the property than you know. And I believe that if you will simply do this one thing, think in advance that a retrade in fact will happen, prepare for it, as a result, you're going to be in a much better position to counterbalance whatever requests are made. Alan Buchanan, make it a great week. Tuesday Traffic Tips.